Hey folks, Rambler here. I'm back with another illustration. As of the recording of this video, it is the 25th of September. It was supposed to come out on Friday the 19th of September, but I had some technical difficulties, which have luckily since been resolved, so I can get back to work. The prompt I gave myself this time was not a prompt. I have been playing an arguably unhealthy amount of a Pokemon fan game called Pokerogue, which is available in the browser. The link will be in the description if you guys want to check it out. Anyway, one of the Pokemon I got was a Hisuian Zorua, which made me think of a fox with a candle on its head, which in turn reminded me of an old lantern I had on my shelf. So I settled on the idea of a fox in a lantern. Now, while I am a digital artist who works primarily in 2D, I originally had my start in 3D because I had never thought I could draw and 3D seemed easier. But it turns out anyone can draw, if they really want to. But I digress. For this project I returned to 3D using Blender to model the lantern, and being a former 3D modeler who at one stage wanted to do animation, this model is all quads, no tries. I used the same technique as I did when I created the initial models for my digital studio, where I gave the model a white emission shader and used a grease pencil to create the line art. Then I rendered it out on a transparent background. I then imported the image into Infinite Painter as a multiply layer, which meant all I was left with was the black line art. After I had my lantern in place, I started the initial rough sketch for the fox that would be in the lantern. Originally I wanted to create the terrain on which the lantern would sit in Blender as well, but that did not work as planned, so I decided to leave it for last. I then started to color the lantern, being rather eager to see what it would look like. I was so eager in fact that nothing I tried worked because I had not finished the fox's line art and could not visualize it. So I basically started over. First I completed the fox's line art and then added the base colors, and this time it worked. The lighting effects were difficult to get. Usually I just use a screen layer for highlights and a multiply layer for shadows. But this time I needed something different, something more. So I picked the colors I thought I wanted and applied them. Then I scrolled through the blending modes until I got the effect I wanted. Where necessary I changed the color after finding the appropriate blending mode. Lastly, I sketched in, outlined and colored the rocks that would surround the lantern. In this case, I gave them a crystal-like effect. That was it, the piece was done. I intend to reuse this lantern for 2 more illustrations. Firstly, because I really like how it came out, and secondly, as I was working, I got the ideas for the next 2 illustrations. Before I forget, I would appreciate if you guys could like and subscribe. Seeing numbers go up is kinda nice. Until next time, thank you for watching. Wherever you are and wherever you're going, safe travels.